Good blessed Monday evening, October the 10th, 2022. It's about 4:15 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter whether you like me or anything I say or I do. That's your prerogative. That's your right. You have a right to do that or think as you please. I come to you today because today so many people is fooled and so many people is continue to tell lies about this country. 530 years ago, 1492, an individual by the name of Christopher Columbus and a few other people with 3 ships came from Europe and came to America, what we call America, what we call the land of the free. They came over here, and when they left, now it was people over here already. Today, some of the schools is still teaching our children a lie, saying Christopher Columbus discovered America. Now, today, some of the schools is closed. I noticed in Chicago and other places, they don't honor Christopher Columbus anymore. And if you did your history on Christopher Columbus, especially Native people or people of color, you or anybody that stand for justice for all, y'all wouldn't be celebrating him either. Y'all would see Christopher Columbus where he at. I ain't gonna even tell him to rest in peace because he was a rapist, a murderer, a thief. When he came in 1492, he didn't have nothing. When he left, history would tell you when he left, he had captives. He had merchandise from the people that was here already. And when he went back to Spain, the queen and king of Spain honored him and them rapists and murderers for what they did over here in the United States. But I don't honor him. I don't teach my children them to honor him. And today, another thing that's wrong, that's wrong with especially with the black community. You have some blacks in Carbondale, Illinois, and here in Charleston, Missouri. They tell me I'm not an activist because I speak about, they say I'm a hater because I talk about the sellout blacks in the, I'll talk with you, the sellout blacks in the white supremacists. They said every time I speak about something in Carbondale, they tell me that I speak about my son. You know why I speak about my son? Because my son was found hung in Carbondale, Illinois on Friday, March the 19th, 2022. He had 3 fractured ribs. One of his ribs had hemorrhaging on it. He had a big gash in the back of his left hand that reached it all the way to his tendons. Where he was found, you couldn't see nothing but a couple of drops of blood. So that goes to show wherever he was found hung, there's no way he hung himself there because it would be a pool of blood. But these people said that they say that I am a hater towards blacks because I said the federal government needs to stop giving these churches and preachers and these black folks this government grant money because that's all they about is money. I come down to Carbondale on numerous occasions, even going to Murfreesboro, Illinois, at the suggestions of some of these women groups and other people, black women groups, asking me to come protest with them. But not one time had they set up a protest for my son. Me and my daughter go down there by ourselves. We have a few white and a few blacks that help us. But they said I'm a hater. I ain't no hater. I'm just saying those that's down in Carbondale, Illinois, and Charleston, Missouri, all you got to look at and see why they coming up with all these groups. You see what I'm saying? They name them some of everything. You see, now they come up with these groups because the government let them write grants and they get money. But when you take a look around these groups that call themselves getting money to stop the violence, and where's most of the violence is at, y'all? In the black community, blacks killing blacks. Some people may say it ain't. But those of you all that say that I'm hating on blacks, I ain't hating on blacks. And when I say sell out blacks and say if the shoe fit, wear it, and you have a problem with me saying it, you must wear the shoes. I don't care if you a woman. I don't care if you 90 or 100 years old. Harriet Tubman didn't care. When she was freeing the slaves, she said, I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if I could only convince them if they were slaves. And when she freed some of them and they was getting away and some wanted to turn back, she pulled that pistol on them. She told them they going to either keep going or this going to be their final destination. In other words, she going to put a bullet in their head. But they got a problem with me speaking up against wrong. Those same blacks that said that I'm hating, they probably celebrating Christopher Columbus because they don't give a doggone about Christopher Columbus raping the natives down here, robbing and killing them. They don't care about that. All they care is about finance. All of y'all that said that I'm hating and all I talk about is my son, then stop watching my YouTube videos. You see what I'm saying? Hey, now, stop watching my YouTube video because I'm going to speak about my son until the day I die. He was murdered down there. And you all that's politicians down there, City Hall, Rock Hill, Missionary Baptist Church, and all the rest of you sellouts in Carbondale, Illinois, I'm speaking of you blacks. I ain't surprised about what the whites doing. If you ain't doing it, don't let it bother. But you sell out blacks, women and men. You sell out blacks. One thing about God, God is revealing y'all, and he allowed me to reveal it. While y'all celebrating Christopher Columbus, a rapist, I'm trying to get justice not just for my son. I'm trying to get justice for anybody that call on me. What's the difference than me and you sell out blacks, especially you women groups in Carbondale, Illinois. I give it to the women here in Charleston, Missouri. They get out on that field in Lincoln School and they get to praying about God. They ain't getting no grant money. But all the rest of y'all in Carbondale that's getting that grant money, yeah, y'all sellouts. And yeah, I talk about my son because y'all don't talk about him. You talked about the mayor wife that was found shot in the head in her house while they was having a city council meeting. You see what I'm saying? The black city councilmen and the black ministers, they speaking up for the mayor there. Oh, he didn't kill his wife. How you know he didn't kill his wife? But anyway, y'all ain't concerned about my son, but I'm concerned about him. And I'm going to continue to call y'all sellout. Malcolm X would call y'all house Negroes. You see that flag? It represents them people in Carbondale, Illinois that got that grant money. It represents these people here in Charleston, Missouri that got that grant money. Even though my dad was a World War II veteran, you see the face on this soldier? You see the little black kids? You see that soldier don't have no happy face. You see the face on this soldier here? My dad said when he was drafted in World War II from Charleston, Missouri, when it was racism, still is racism, he said they separated the black from the white. This soldier is not happy, just like I ain't happy. He ain't happy with what's going on during that time. I'm not happy what's going on during this time. The land of the free, home of the brave. Yeah. It's the home of the brave, the ones who really fought against racism. I'm going to leave as I came. You sell out blacks, yeah, I'm talking about my son. Y'all help cover it up, but one day, God gonna let y'all see what I'm talking about.
You look at some of your people from Rock Hill Missionary Baptist Church in Carbondale, Illinois. You look at some of your black leaders in Carbondale, Illinois, getting that grant money. Why you think they so sickly now? They can't take none of it to the grave. Peace be still. Son, rest in peace. We gonna keep revealing these sellout blacks. You sellout blacks is worse than the Ku Klux Klan. Peace be still.